on a bus.
We're now in week 2. We are down at the Far South Wilderness Lodge. Everyone will be living together, sleeping together in separate cabins and eating together. And a big part of that is so that people can be sharing ideas and sharing experiences and have an undisturbed time where they can really focus in.
Hello. My name's Andy. I'm one of the Situate artists, and we're here at the Far South Wilderness Lodge just below Dover on the south tip of Tasmania at the end of the world. Well, this is where we pretty much hang out. This is
we can go in if you want.
The lounge, and come on inside, let's have a look. So come on in. Yes, I'm sharing my room with a fellow Hobart artist, Matt Ward, and he might still be in bed because he's had a very big night.
No one gives a shit, quite frankly. What they're looking for is to be sold on a project that they get excited about, that they can see in their head, in their festival, in their space, whatever.
I'm David Cross. I'm a New Zealand-based artist, writer, curator and educator, associate professor at Massey University in Wellington.
Well, on the one hand, we're trying to kind of create a blue sky context for them to push out the boat and really think through and develop projects that are genuinely exciting, complex and throwing caution to the wind. One of the things that I look for crisp precision, I look for clarity, but I'm looking for flavour. I really want to get from you, what is it about your project that's going to really set me on fire? I'm going to, yep, this is on, we're going to do this. And I think where we are currently in the process is trying to then knit a certain kind of pragmatism together, because ultimately, while it's great that we're challenging them, pushing them into places where maybe their practice hasn't gone, I think there's also the reality of having to think through how these things can be done. What am I going to do? What form will it take? All the kind of the syntax of what a proposal is. But I guess I'm interested in trying to unpack the whole process of writing a little bit today and set you some tasks to try and come at it from lateral ways rather than necessarily just talking in terms of how you usually do.
Cardio Church is where exercise meets spiritual practice in a participatory performance that wants to take it higher.
Alliance and division are mapped out on a melting island. I was on real struggle street with this, so it's getting wild and crazy.
Melting. It's flavoursome. It's creating some context without giving me specificity. I don't know what other people think, but I think it's quite good. There's very particular challenges, and I think if the artists that are making work for festivals can attune themselves to that complex environment over the course of a day, over the course of a number of days, and really think through those headspaces, then I think that's the position to start from.
My first sentence is relying on my amazing title, which doesn't exist yet, but Untitled will be a communally created firework display occurring on the banks of the Derwent River at Midwinter's Eve.
But it's just highlighting how important it is to A, tell them this is going to be exciting, and then B, disabuse health and safety concerns right off the bat.
Yep.
Don't leave it to paragraph 8 to say, well, you know, here's what I'm going to do to have, you know, the health and safety issues. So I think the challenge has definitely been in the last week is to try and drive them from this very open process to kind of developing a pragmatism at the same time. And I know there is always a sadness when reality kicks in, but it's the nature of these projects. So many complexities, so many logistics, and festivals are very complicated entities.
So at the end of this process, the end of this arts lab, we've asked the artists to come up with 3 different proposals for 3 different festivals, for 3 different budgets. We're hoping that we can have up to 7 new experimental works by the participants to show at festivals throughout Australia 2014 and 15.